At every family gathering, there are moments that bring people closer together, and sometimes moments that tear everything apart. For Daniel Harris, what should have been a perfect summer barbecue turned into the beginning of the end. One careless joke from the woman he loved, spoken loud enough for everyone to hear, ignited a chain of events that would change both their lives forever. But what Daniel didn't know was that his uncle's quiet advice that night would set him on a path toward the ultimate revenge and freedom. Welcome to Breakup Cheater, where hidden truths are revealed, betrayals are exposed, and stories unfold that will leave you questioning just how well you really know the people around you. Every tale here is built from real lives, real choices, and the shocking consequences that follow. Settle in, because what you're about to hear isn't just a story. It's a warning. My name is Daniel Harris, and if you had asked me 6 months ago, I would have told you my life was on the right track. I had a stable job as a project manager in commercial construction. Skyscrapers, hospitals, campuses, you name it, I helped build it. My life was structured, measured, and reliable. That was my nature. I brought order to chaos. And in my mind, my relationship with Melissa Carter, my girlfriend of 2 years, was the most solid structure of all. We lived together in the house I had bought before we met. We had plans for marriage, kids, the future. At least that's what I believed. Melissa was the opposite of me in many ways. Lively, unpredictable, always the center of attention in any room. She had a bold laugh that carried and a flair for drama that people found charming. My family adored her. She fit right in like she'd always been one of us. Every year, on the last weekend of summer, my extended family gathered at my Uncle Robert's house for a massive barbecue. It was tradition. 3 generations under one roof, kids running wild in the yard, cousins tossing footballs, adults telling stories with cold beers in hand. The kind of day that reminded you what family was about. But this past summer, at that very barbecue, Melissa set fire to everything I thought I knew about her, and us. The joke that wasn't a joke. I was manning the grill, flipping burgers, feeling completely content. Melissa was on the deck, surrounded by my aunts and cousins, laughing and chatting. The conversation turned to weddings, and one of my cousins asked, "So when are you two finally making it official?" Melissa threw her head back and laughed. Loud. Theatrical. The kind of laugh that demanded attention. And then she said, "Oh, I don't know. If we ever do get married, Daniel will be lucky if I don't cheat." The world froze. Conversations died mid-sentence. Even the kids' laughter from the yard seemed to dull. All I could hear was the sizzle of burgers and my own heartbeat pounding in my ears. Melissa tried to brush it off. "I'm just kidding," she added with a brittle laugh. "Mostly." But the damage was done. Everyone had heard it. The air was heavy with awkwardness. I stayed silent, staring at the grill, my spatula trembling in my hand. I didn't turn around. I didn't give her a reaction. Inside, though, my world was shaking. She hadn't just made a joke. She had mocked my commitment in front of my entire family. Uncle Robert's advice. Hours later, when the party was winding down, Uncle Robert pulled me aside. He's a retired police officer, a man who has seen the very best and worst in people. He doesn't waste words. "I heard what she said," he told me, voice low and steady. I nodded, silent. "You're a builder, Daniel," he said. "You make things to last. But that woman, she's not built the same. She's testing you. People like her throw out little trial balloons to see what they can get away with. Joke or not, she meant it. Don't ignore that." I wanted to confront Melissa that night, to yell, to demand answers, maybe even end it right then and there. Uncle Robert shook his head. "That's what she expects," he warned. "She wants drama. She wants tears and a big fight where you forgive her, because then she knows you'll always forgive her. Don't give her that. Don't get emotional, get smart. Let her think she's safe, that she got away with it. Meanwhile, you find out the truth. If she's lying, if she's playing you, you end it on your terms. Quiet. Final. No second chances." It wasn't weakness he was teaching me. It was strategy. A new blueprint. Not for building but for demolition. The investigation. That night, Melissa asked on the drive home, "Are you mad at me?" "About the joke?" Shrugged. "It's fine. I get it." Her relief was obvious. She thought she was off the hook. She didn't know that, in my head, I'd already redrawn the plans for our future. Over the next week, she acted like the perfect girlfriend. Attentive, affectionate, sweet. She believed she'd smoothed things over. Meanwhile, I was digging. Melissa and I had always known each other's phone passcodes. A gesture of trust. One night, while she slept, I went through hers. What I found wasn't blatant cheating. It was worse. Her text threads with certain male friends were scrubbed clean. Call logs didn't match the missing conversations. There were gaps. Days where conversations had clearly been deleted. And then I found it. A group chat with her 3 closest friends, ominously titled, The Escape Committee. Scrolling through months of their conversations, my stomach sank. They called me the warden. Mr. Stable. Melissa complained about me constantly. About how boring, predictable, and safe I was. And then I found the nail in the coffin. The day before the barbecue, one of her friends had asked if she was truly ready to settle down with me. Melissa's reply: "God, no. But why would I leave? The setup is too good right now. He's a great safety net while I figure out what I really want. Honestly, I could probably cheat on him and he'd never know. As long as I smile and say, 'I love you,' he'll believe me." There it was. Word for word, the barbecue joke, exposed as her truth. Took screenshots. Saved everything in a secure folder. My uncle was right. Don't get emotional. Get information. The exposure. The perfect opportunity came 2 weeks later. Melissa's best friend, the one from the escape committee, was having an extravagant engagement party. Melissa couldn't wait, buying a dress, helping me pick a new suit, chattering endlessly about it. She thought the party was about her friend. She had no idea it would be her undoing. I contacted the event planner under the pretense of putting together a sweet surprise slideshow for the happy couple. She loved the idea. And I did make that slideshow. Photos of the couple, smiling memories, the works. But the last 30 seconds were different. The screenshots. Melissa's own words. Set to soft romantic piano music. The night of the party, everything went according to plan. The lights dimmed, the slideshow began, and Melissa squeezed my arm, whispering, "This is so sweet." Her smile froze when the first screenshot appeared. "He's a great safety net while I figure out what I really want." The room grew restless. "He trusts me completely." Guests started whispering, glancing at Melissa. And then the final blow. "He's just lucky I haven't bothered to cheat yet." Silence. Every eye turned to her. I leaned close and whispered, "The joke isn't funny anymore, is it?" Then I walked out, leaving her to face the wreckage. Aftermath. The fallout was swift. Melissa's friends turned on her, especially the bride-to-be, whose perfect night she had destroyed. Her reputation crumbled overnight. The humiliation spread like wildfire. She lost her job after whispers in the office made it impossible to stay. Her father collected her belongings from my house. He couldn't even meet my eyes. Melissa sent me a long, rambling email weeks later. Apologies mixed with blame, claiming it was all just a joke, blaming my uncle for turning me against her. She still didn't get it. She still couldn't take responsibility. I deleted the email without replying. 6 months later. Life is quieter now. Better. I spend more time with my family, with people who are genuine foundations in my life. Uncle Robert and I go fishing every other weekend. We don't talk about what happened, but we don't need to. The revenge wasn't the slideshow. It wasn't the humiliation. The real revenge was simpler. It was believing her. She told me exactly who she was with that joke. And instead of ignoring it, I believed her, and acted accordingly. Melissa thought love was a game, that she could keep my stability while keeping her options open. But I don't play games with commitment. For me, it's a structure, a promise. And when the foundation is rotten, you don't patch it. You tear it down and start fresh. And that's exactly what I'm doing now. Daniel's story reminds us of a painful truth. When people show you who they are, believe them. Melissa thought she was clever, that she could hide behind a laugh and a smile. But in the end, her own words became the weapon of her undoing. Daniel didn't just walk away. He walked away with his dignity, his self-respect, and a future built on stronger foundations. Sometimes, revenge isn't about shouting, fighting, or breaking things. It's about quiet exposure and walking away while they crumble under the weight of their own lies. Thank you for watching Breakup Cheater. If this story struck a chord, remember, sometimes the darkest secrets hide in plain sight. Subscribe and join us for more chilling confessions, betrayals, and true accounts that prove reality can be far more unsettling than fiction. Until next time, stay sharp, stay cautious, and never ignore the signs.